Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the talking points and rumors from social media and some of the fun stuff as well. We're going to start with this. It's our top story. It's the biggest news of the day, in my opinion. Mark, thank you, but thank you to everyone that tagged me in this. WWE Elimination Chamber 2025 is headed to the United Kingdom, right? March 2025 in the build towards WrestleMania 41. So it's going to be a big show, a key show. This is going to come from the UK, and the current cities that are leading to host the event are Manchester and Birmingham, which is mind-blowing to me because I have lived in Birmingham. My family are from Birmingham. I've worked in Birmingham. Like, Birmingham is probably the city that I've spent the most time in out of all the cities in the world. Birmingham is undeniably the city I've spent the most time in. So the idea that there would be a premium live event in 2025 coming from Birmingham is very special to me. I've had a lot of people saying, would you go? Would you go? I love streaming. So for me personally, doing the live stream would always be my priority. But this is massive news for us in the UK. Everything goes to London in England. So the fact that they're looking at doing a PLE somewhere other than London is very welcome. But I do agree with what the members were just saying on our members live stream. And that was Co-op. The Co-op in Manchester, brand new indoor arena, only just opened. It's the biggest in the United Kingdom, one of the biggest in Europe. Only opened, I believe it was earlier this year. That is likely to be the venue. So I think Manchester, the Co-op, I think that's where it will likely end up. But great news for everyone in the UK. We're just going to have to see exactly where it ends up. Don't know when that will be announced, but brilliant news. Brilliant news. So that was the top story. There's not really any more that we can talk about than that. Just something to keep an eye on. Let's have a look at Bad Blood, shall we? We know that's only a few days away. So WWE are bringing in some legends. We know that the Steiners and Diamond Dallas Page are going to do photo ops. We looked at that in yesterday's Unseen. But apparently Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Medusa, Jacqueline, they're all slated to be kind of around doing meet and greets and whatnot. So they're going to be involved also. So don't expect them to see them on the show, of course, but there's always events and things that are happening in the local area, meet and greets and charity work and all that kind of stuff. So just a bit of information on some of the legends that are going to be around for Bad Bloods. This is probably the other big story of the day. And again, thank you to everyone that tagged me in this. CM Chunk, shout out to you. So this is the current run order for Bad Blood. It's going to start with CM Punk against Drew, then Bayley Nia, then Damian Finn, then Liv Rhea, and then it'll end with Roman and Cody versus Bloodline. I've been asked by so many people, what do we think about this? My answer is very simple. I don't think you can judge until after the show has ended. Going into the show, the match that deserves to main event is CM Punk versus Drew. That does deserve to close the show. But if that's just going to be a normal match with a little bit of blood, and this is going to have, say, The Rock coming walking out, and it's going to have, like, Roman and Cody kind of pushing each other, and it's going to have all these fireworks and title implications, and it's going to really set up some big stuff that's coming up, then I can totally understand why you would want to close the show with that. So I think it's hard to judge until after the show has aired. As of right now, without knowing what's going to happen, then yes, CM Punk Drew should close the show. But for me, I don't mind which one, because I'm just going to trust that whatever does close the show is going to warrant being in that position by the time the show ends. So that's my take on this. So yeah, looking forward to it. And we've got the odds as well, which I love looking at these. So WrestleBuzz, thank you. I find this fascinating. So a lot of very wide favorites here. Not too much that's close. The closest is Nia and Bayley. Nia is still a minus 400 favorite. The bigger the minus number, the more of a favorite you are. So that minus 400 is the smallest. But that is still a firm favorite, to be honest. So they've got Nia getting past Bayley. I agree with that. They've got minus 500, Damian getting past Finn. I agree with that. They've got Cody and Roman getting past Solo and Jacob. I think that's really interesting. That's the one where I could see these guys getting it because they're family. I mean, Jacob is a beast. That is one hell of a team. Of course it is. I don't know. Like, what's the benefit in having Cody and Roman win? I kind of feel like we need to build up this bloodline. I think it makes more sense for these guys to win because then obviously it keeps things going, you know? And plus, if one of them pins Cody, that then would help set up Crown Jewel. I don't know. I think that one is one I've got my eye on, to be honest. I could really lean this way. I could really lean with it being Solo Jacob. Certainly if Tama Tonga Loa are going to be getting involved, and I'm sure they are. So I gotta tell you, man, I'm looking at these. I'm not sure I agree with this. Not sure I agree. Then we've got Liv over Rhea. I agree with that. I think Liv will find a way, most likely Raquel. And then minus 1,000, CM Punk beating Drew inside Hell in a Cell. I completely agree with that as well. So, yeah, apart from that one, I think it all pretty much checks out. So those are the betting odds for Bad Bloods. Then we've got this, so TJF 1983, thank you. So Wrestling Worlds CC, just showing us what it looks like inside the shop. So here we've got these plush Codys in a suit, right, which is pretty fun. Then we've got, is this like Pharaoh in a mask? I mean, I can see the ears. So I think it's like a Pharaoh with like a Cody mask on. So that's pretty fun as well. I know that Cody said he had been working on something special. I think it might be this. It's a dog plush, a Pharaoh, with like a Cody skull mask. That's pretty fun. This gives you a glimpse of what the outside of the store looks like and the opening hours for anyone that's in the area. And there you go. That's what the inside of the shop looks like. You can see all the Cody jackets at the end and some Cody American Nightmare bits. Loads of Cody stuff, actually. Loads of Cody stuff. So, and I see some Yeet bits over here for Jay, of course. So that's just a glimpse of what's happening in the shop. And Wrestling World CC again just saying, who do you think big guy return was that Pat and Cody were talking about? And this is the point we made yesterday. Like, big guy absolutely could be The Rock. It is worth mentioning, though, you know, that Pat said, oh, is the big guy going to be there this weekend? Cody didn't say yes. He went, which one? And Pat was like, that's all I need to know. So, I mean, we don't even know that there is going to be a big guy that's going to be there. And we don't know who the big guy is going to be, right? I mean, there are a few people wondering if we might get Brock back. I'm still struggling with that, what with all the legal stuff that's happening. I think Heyman's a really good shout. I think Heyman's an interesting shout. Rock is definitely the favorite. I don't think they would refer to Jimmy as the big guy. So I don't think they would refer to Jimmy that way. But, yeah, I don't know. There's some interesting options. Rock, definitely the favorite, though. Definitely the favorite. But have to stress, Cody didn't confirm that a big guy was going to be there. So I'm still kind of, you know, my expectations are very low. I really am not going in expecting The Rock, right? So that's Bad Bloods. Let's have a look at WWE. So Nia Jax said that her departure in late 2021 was probably the best thing that ever happened to her. She said it was hard at first, but it really brought back her love of wrestling, which had kind of dimmed a little bit. And I think she's done great since she came back. I think she's on the best run of her career. So, yeah, very good. Ryder, thank you. So, CW officials were thrilled with the rating. Apparently, they would have been happy with 500,000. So, they got 895, was it? I mean, it's a monster number for NXT. It's really, really good. But we know why. It's because it's the premiere, right? But apparently CW officials absolutely thrilled. They would have been happy with 500,000. Which, you know, I think hopefully by the time this settles down, it's going to be in that kind of 650, 700,000 range. I don't get the impression that being on the CW network is going to be much different from being on USA network. So that's obviously a really good start for them. Dave, shout out to you. Just tag me in this. WrestleLamia saying Vince McMahon's rule is still in effect that the word belt is still not a word that you're allowed to use in WWE. I don't have a problem with that. I understand the argument of a belt is what you use to keep your trousers up. This is a title. It's a championship. I understand that. I've never really had a problem with that. I think championship does sound better than belt. Belt is what it physically is, but it's not what it represents. It is a championship. So I really don't mind, to be honest. I don't know if people are like down on this or whatever, but I think it makes sense. So Dave, shout out to you. Jordan, shout out to you. Yeah, so Solo on his Instagram stories has got this backstage footage, which we've seen before, of the Usos talking to Sammy when they were all in the bloodline. And Solo has put good times. Don't know why. Yeah? Hello? Like, why? Why are you reminiscing? Why is Solo looking back and remembering good times? I don't know that this is playing into a storyline. I think this just might be that Solo really enjoyed himself around this time, and it might be that he, as a person, not the character, was just like reminiscing and just like, yeah, these were good. These were good times. I don't know. Yeah, weird. I don't know that this is setting anything up. But yeah, a bit of reminiscing from Solo Sikoa. Wrestle Night, shout out to you, says poor Drew. Yeah, Wrestle SZN. So no Drew on this poster, and obviously we saw Drew's reaction to that. Now we've got the poster for Raw. Again, this I think is just a bit of a stopgap. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they change this logo and, you know, change a few bits and bobs by the time we actually get closer. I think this is just the poster for now, but no Drew again. You know, like how Bailey keeps getting left off posters. Seems like Drew is the male Bailey. He is also being left off posters. So we got Jay and we got Rhea, Gunther, CM Punk, Dominic, Liv, Seth, but no Drew. Dave again, thank you, as well as WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. WWE are now also advertising US Champion LA Knight for October 28th Raw, right? Both are likely to be dark matches. But it might not be. I mean, you know, we don't know what's going down, obviously, as we're building towards Survivor Series, so we don't know that. But, yeah, it could be that they're going to be used for dark matches. So just thought I'd give you that little update. Another update as well. People told me about the live event thing. We looked at this yesterday and we looked at these live events and I was saying, I don't play the game. I don't know what this means. I had a few people tagging me in it. But people are telling me this is what live event is. It's in my faction. So apparently live event, I'm still confused by it, to be honest. It's something to do with like where you get rewards and all this kind of stuff. So bottom line, it hasn't got anything to do with storylines, and we didn't think it did. But yeah, a bit of clarity there as to what the live event stuff is for 2K24. So as I've put here, so it's in-game competitions and rewards. Gotcha. And then we got this, I'm not going to play this, right? But basically CM Punk really does go through in detail, and I've retweeted it, goes through in detail what happened the night he came back at Survivor Series. He says that took him about 20 minutes to get to the arena. The deal was still not signed. He was waiting in the car. Someone gave him a hoodie to kind of cover his face over. They took him into Triple H's office. Lawyers were still sorting out the contracts backstage. Triple H came in and went, right, we've got a plan if this gets sorted. The lawyers had to get it done. I mean, it was literally like time was ticking and the lawyers were thrashing stuff out, right? It finally got sorted. Then they led him to Gorilla. Bailey saw him, grabbed him from behind. She was like, I effing knew it. As soon as they told us to clear the hallway, I effing knew you would be back. So apparently she grabbed him from behind. He bumped into Steph and they had a nice little moment as well, apparently. And then before he knew it, his music hit. And he was like, I don't know what I'm doing. And his music had hit. And apparently Triple H said, just go to the cage. So CM Punk was going to walk all the way down to the War Games cage. And Triple H was like, no. There's 2 cages in the entranceway, the shark cages. Just go to those. And apparently Punk was like, what? And the music's playing and everything, and it's all madness. And Punk was like, I love it. I love that carnage. So he got the message eventually. Just go out to those shark cages and, you know, we'll wrap the show up from there, basically. But it was brilliant. I mean, this goes for like 6 minutes. If you want the more in-depth telling of that story, obviously, check that out. But it was a really good watch. I really enjoyed watching that clip. So that was, we've done Bad Blood, we've done Top Story, we've done WWE. Let's go to fun, shall we? We've only got a couple of bits in here. Oh, yeah, this is interesting. So this was shown during NXT, right? And you can see that 27/10, 27th of October, of course, right? But Pete said it might just be a coincidence, but Interstate 10 in Florida, that one, it goes to Jacksonville, but Delta is walking to NXT, which is so clever. It could be both. It could be like the fact she is not turning off to go to AEW, because Jacksonville is their home. You know, it's where Daly's place is. It's where the Jacksonville Jaguars are. Like, if you talk about Jacksonville, I think AEW. So I do like this. She's ignoring the turn into AEW and she's going straight ahead to NXT. But as Pete said, probably just a coincidence. But I do like that. It would not shock me to find out that was done as just a little Easter egg, a little diss. So I thought that was very clever. So Pete, thank you. Mike, thank you. Check this out. This is We Want Cody.
What the f- You gotta let go! What the fuck? What the fuck? Murph, is that Cody Rhodes? So I called Cody Rhodes.
Dude went fishing and he caught Cody Rhodes. Isn't that amazing? He went fishing and he caught Cody Rhodes. A Cody Rhodes figure was caught up. And they managed to reel it in. I mean, I don't know how it tasted, to be honest. I'm not sure that's the best supper that you could ever have, but there we go. And then this is our last one, apparently. So, Bean, shout out to you. So Karrion Kross said, I think the most disgusting thing I've seen on Twitter all week has been people asking why Miz turned on Truth, while never even asking why little Jimmy turned on Truth as well to join Final Testament. So he's making out that not only did Miz turn, but little Jimmy turned as well. So fun. Very good. Anything in other? I think we got a couple of bits. So Raymond, shout out to you. Sean Ross Sapp 9 hours ago reporting that Bobby Lashley has signed with AEW. Don't know as to when we're going to see him coming into AEW. Obviously, Shelton Benjamin has signed. We know that MVP's over there. It seems like they're building their own Hurt business. So that's a great signing for them. Great signing. Oh, this is great as well. So this Jim Taylor, thank you, said this has got to go in unseen. It's got to go in unseen mainly because of how awful this bell is. I mean, it is atrocious. I can't believe that it is as bad as this. But many congratulations to Paige. And I finally rang the bell after 10 months of cancer treatment. And what a way to ring it, wearing my Cody Rhodes jacket. So here we go. Look, the bell handle wasn't having it. But thank you, Cody, for always being there and helping me through all of this. Very, very lovely. Very, very touching. So here, look, going to ring the bell. And you're going to see how atrocious this bell is. This hospital or wherever should be ashamed. I mean, fair play. She managed to make some noise with it. That's quite a moment, though, isn't it? That's quite a moment to, like, do this long walk, get there, ring it. I mean, even the bell itself was just rubbish. Rubbish. Should get a refund. So, Paige, shout out to you. Many congratulations. I mean, obviously, the bell's not the important part of that story. And Word of Wrestling, shout out to you. So, listen, this is CM Punk going off. This was on Instagram, and I'm guessing this was like a message he received. I'm just amazed that he read it, to be honest. Why haven't you said anything about trans people since joining WWE? So cynical, right? And Punk responded, F you and your rage bait white knight social media outrage merchant BS, as equally as I say F you to anyone who discriminates against anyone for being who they are. So there we go. They wanted a statement and they certainly got it with plenty of profanity in there as well. I like the fact that he got their profile picture, made it a bit bigger up here, and then wrote effing loser underneath it. So I don't think he took this message well, to be honest. I don't think he took that well at all. So there we go. And this is our last one from Other. And it's, again, bad news. Hayden, thank you. Just 20 minutes ago, Hayden tagged me in this from WrestleMania. Condolences to Drew McIntyre. His brother John has announced the passing of their aunt. So Drew McIntyre's aunt sadly passing away. And there we go. Pretty stacked. Once again with loads of bits and bobs in there. So much so I had to talk at quite a pace to try and get through it all so quickly. I didn't want another 50-odd minute video. I know you guys seem to enjoy them, and I had lots of great feedback, and I appreciate it. But if I can get these down to about 20 minutes, that is my dream. So there we go. That is today's Unseen. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support, and don't forget, we will be back tomorrow for that SmackDown watch-along, and then on Saturday, Bad Blood, and then immediately after, we're going to try and catch a bit of UFC 307. Big weekend, busy weekend. Looking forward to it, and I'll see you there. Bye for now.